Good morning, good evening, and good day. Thank you so much for watching Attack Power Gaming. Today I have for you Game 2 between Inshaaa and AS, Division 1 of Steel Division 2 League. Let's dive right in. Alright, here we are, folks. We're on Krupa, the big river map, with AS on the Task Force 45 on Balanced Income, and Inshaaa on 5th Cavalerie Motorizata on Maverick Income. Alright, very exciting. You know how I all feel about this. Go 5th Cav, always. But Maverick on Krupa versus Balance. I'm very interested to see this. I would be the Balance guy, personally. Zooming in over here to AS. Up north here we have some Cavalry Scouts, Ammo Pioneers, Converted Gunners, UK and US. So using both kinds there. A little down south, Converted Gunners, some more Converted Gunners, all US and UK, and a T-70. In the center, Cavalry Scouts, a Machine Gun, a Recon Stuart, and some Converted Gunners. And down south, we have a whole bunch of Converted Gunners, and then a T-70 Machine Gun and Ammo Pioneers. Down south over here for Inshaaa, we have a Puskantikar, ZB-53, Roshiori, and Pionieri Kalari. And then in the center is ZB-53 Kalarashi, Roshiori, Pionieri Kalari, Roshiori Assault, and an ABU SOR. And then up north, starting to get up north, ZB-53 Pionieri Leader, Roshioris. And finally, all the way up north, Puskantikar, Lieutenant Pionieri, Roshiori, some ABU SORs, and an STKFZ 7-1. So it'll definitely be interesting to see. The pressure is, of course, on Inshaaa to win sooner rather than later, because we are on, of course, a Maverick versus Balance, especially here on Krupa. Once you get into the Balance, it's going to be really, really hard to develop more offense. So if Inshaaa does not get a solid foothold over the river at some point, at some of these possibilities, one of the three basically, he's going to have a very, very hard time winning this game. So we'll definitely see how he does. Always fun to see other people play 5th, because they play it very differently than I do. I, of course, play it balanced, and I have my way of playing it. Very infantry heavy and very, defensive. A lot of players do play it like Kurz plays it Vanguard, Inshaaa here playing it Maverick. Task Force 45, not as dangerous as it used to be, but still a lot of strong weapons in it. If you guys enjoyed this content, please make sure to hit that like button. If you're part of that 50% not subscribed, please do. I'm trying to hit 4K by the end of the year. It'd be so exciting. And if you have a few extra bucks and you really want to support the channel, please consider checking out that Patreon for all the cool perks on there as well. Here we go. IAR-37 coming in. Love that start always. This thing is absolutely phenomenal. 12 50-kilogram bombs. It's the equivalent of a lot of heavy bombers, honestly. And the difference is all the bombs hit in one place. So it's just really, really deadly. Unfortunately, it does not look like he's going to go, like, bomb the road here. So, missed opportunity there. A P-51 coming in immediately. This thing with 4 Brownings. It's not actually heavily armed. It doesn't do a ton of damage. The IR should be able to get out, especially with the SDKF 7-1. Might even shoot it down. No, has to reload. Just the wrong time, but maybe still? Oh, it does! Ooh, what a loss! IAR coming in for the bombing run. Here it comes. See, even 8 damage on that thing, and it basically missed. So let's see here. Inshaaa making no push down. AS making no push down south. Neither will Inshaaa. Inshaaa though making a push here in the middle, and it appears looks like north is going to be his push of choice essentially. And Pioneers, nice little recon units with some TNT. They're basically like suicide TNT squads. Pionieri Kalari catching out some Converted Gunners, UK style. The UK ones are the worst ones. They're just a pile of bolt-action rifles. They're really not that good. The US ones are the better ones, essentially, with the BAR and the semi-automatic rifle. These guys actually put out a lot of damage. The UK ones are very meh. Inshaaa, though, already on the 1311. That's what he needs. He needs at least a single tick through A phase, and from there he needs to develop into a double tick in B. Roshiori Assault, of course, designed to fight at close range, but they do have 8 rifles, so they can put out some long-range damage. Not a lot, but some. Inshaaa grabbing the northernmost flag. Puskantikar, unfortunately, getting caught out here, using its smoke to try to survive. ABU start pushing in, though. There's really... This Cavalry Scout is the only AT here, along with this T-70, but he does not want that T-70 getting involved. Needs that Cavalry Scout to get in range of this ABU sword, because the AB can absolutely wreck these infantry. Roshiori, significantly superior infantry to these UK gunners, especially with the cover differential. The Pionieri Lieutenants, I don't prefer these. I prefer the smaller ones with the Panzerschreck, so they actually have a little bit of AT on them. T-70 zipping down the road here to counter this ABU SOAR. But it's going to run into these infantry first. Although if the ABU SOAR pushes out too far, which it has now, it will get spotted. Stewart also spotting it as well. Definitely going to go down here. And boom goes the dynamite. Lieutenant Pilot, see if this had a Panzerschreck, he could kill this T-70. Roshiori absolutely just chunking these converted gunners. Roshiori assault getting into the woods. Unfortunately, uses up all his Molotovs already, and the TNT going off, taking that out basically. Ooh, a Pionieri Kaladi going down to that T-70. Big loss there. These are very good CQC infantry. Nothing all the way down south, but Inshaaa here trying to make a big push in the center. Heavy machine gun countering the ZB-53s. Kalarashi, though, in range with its sniper rifle. These things dishearten, so they will retreat faster, or get suppressed sooner, which eventually leads to retreating faster. Mitchell coming in as a bombing run. Doesn't hit anything. Does pin down some Roshiori, but that's obviously not what he's going for there. Puska finally getting caught. And Inshaaa actually losing this flag. Have some more infantry coming in, but he's definitely kind of given up on the assault up north, focusing more on the center here. But he needs to start killing these T-70s off. The double recon Stewart also supplying some problems here. All 5th Cav has is Stugs, and we haven't seen any, which makes me suspect there may not be any in A, because instead of bringing in a Stug, he's bringing in 45 mils. And I love the 45 mils, we all know that, but I'm not sure. Just a Stug would probably be more effective. ABU SOAR going to get caught out again by this T-70. Down it goes. Not good to lose this light armor early, because that's a big tool for him to kill some of these infantry. SDK of 7-1 catching out these infantry are just going to massacre them. Oh, it's easy to forget how absolutely deadly these flakverlings are to infantry when they get close enough. Pionieri Kaladi with double automatic rifles. So they fight at range just as well as they fight close range, because they also have the Berettas and the automatic rifles fight at close range. So these are absolutely fantastic CQC infantry. SDK of 7-1 does finally back off. I guess he probably saw the T-70 aggressing forward there. Inshaaa with the 1410 from the 2 flags up north now. So his northern push looked like he was slowing it down, but he has reinvigorated that push. 47 mil here. Can potentially kill the M4A1. It's a big maybe. From front armor, it should have no chance of penning this thing, but a lot of times I find these 47 mils like weirdly penetrate things they should have no chance of getting through. It's weird. Definitely from the side, though, can do some damage to that Sherman. Back to a 1311, though. Roshiori and Pionieri coming in here. Not trying to cross the river this time as aggressively. Probably the right choice. The T-70 did not go down. It just backed up really far, but can completely cover off this bridge anyway. 47 mil caught out, going after the M4, and does not penetrate on that side shot. Really disappointing. That was his best chance of getting a pen on that thing. In the center, ABU SOAR pushing across. It can get suppressed technically by the 50 cal here, but of course not enough to actually kill it. And the T-70 appears to have gone down. It did go down to the 45 mil here, so big kill there because now there's no armor in the center. We do have an M10 tank destroyer coming in, though, which will be plenty to kill these ABU SOARs, which are, of course, the biggest issue for AS at the moment here. But Inshaaa on the 15-9, center flag and the 2 northern flags, so definitely fantastic for him. It didn't look like things were going great, but it does look like he's broken down a lot of AS's troops already. Roshiori showing their worth here. M4A1 moving in, though. Support from these things is absolutely phenomenal. They really don't kill other tanks, but they do kill infantry and stuff very quickly. ABU SOAR goes down to that M10. Or no, 270. Sorry, it was the T-70 that did one now. ABU SOAR is going to get caught out again here any moment. Roshiori, unfortunately, not getting in through the woods. Assault. These are Roshiori assault. Other Roshiori getting in there to support. These converted gunners not holding up. Now, once we get to B phase, he does get access to the Nisei rifles, which are really, really good. But in A phase here, the 5th Cav infantry are significantly superior. 50 cal doing a ton of damage to that 45 mil, taking it down. Kadarashi gonna try to take out that 50 cal finally, but he decides to fall it back instead. Breda cannot kill that M4A1, does go down. 45 mil, much better. The difference with these 45 mils for 5th Cav compared to all the other Axis 45 mils is they actually get the APCR that the Soviet divisions get, which makes these significantly better because they can actually kill all the medium tanks essentially. Now a big bulge forming here, gonna grab another flag essentially for free here for the moment. AS needs to bring in something to re-grab this. M4A1 moving in though. Roshiori can of course kill those with their AT grenade, but that's it. Kadarashi also have a Panzerfaust, but there's no like hard AT here. Oh, gonna get the surrender onto these converted gunners. AS not on his micro, loses 2 squads of infantry there. Big loss. These UK gunners though are only 15 points. 15 men for 15 points, and these guys aren't even disheartened. It's a good rate. 45 mil in position. Unfortunately, cannot get sight on that M4A1. M10 tank destroyer on the hill. Nice spot there. Can cut off all the reinforcements coming in. Rishitsa, though. There we go. There is the big gun. Can absolutely destroy the M10, even at range, like it won't even be able to shoot back. 16-8 to Inshaaa, doing fantastic here, and we're not even into B phase yet. And the APCR showing its worth, getting a gun jam on the M4A1, basically knocking it out of action. And this is the difference with 5th Cav having these 45 mils. They're absolutely phenomenal. It's one of my favorite Soviet units. I love having them in the Soviet divisions. So good for the money. They're just so incredibly efficient for the 30 points they cost. 35, excuse me. T-70 continuing to put down support fire. Of course, HE not its primary goal. Only thing here, though, is the Lieutenant Pianiti. So, a little bit of danger there. Here comes that Mitchell bomber. 4 227 kilogram bombs do a lot of damage. SDK-7-1 up here, though. Definitely not going to stop it from dropping its bombs, and it's going to retreat the correct way. So, it will get out of there pretty safe. The Breda probably going to die from this bombing run here. Boom, 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 boom. Down it goes. Those 227 kilogram bombs seem to explode bigger than, like, 250 kilogram bombs. I'm not 100% sure why. It definitely feels that way, though, when I watch them explode. Down south now, Inshaaa developing a little bit of pressure. Not doing anything crazy, but it will be enough. At close range, well, these Roshiori's got a ton of damage done to them while out in the open, so they're not going to be able to beat those converted gunners. Roshiori in the center here, though, getting picked off by the M4A1, finally falling back. We have some more Roshiori moving in, a Panzerschreck as well. Try to take out that M4A1. Still 15-9, though. We're finally into B phase, so now Inshaa's advantage should only multiply. AS needs to hold on and get to his C phase income desperately. IAR recon coming in to take out that converted gunner squad, and if it doesn't fall back, which it may because it's disheartened, it might even die. We'll see if the bombs hit first. They will not, but even then it still takes a nice 3 damage chunk out of that. A lot of times this division I will not even take normal big bombers, like they have a Ju-88 and stuff, but I'll just take more of these because they're just so much more effective in my opinion. Rashitsa forced back that 50 caliber there. My goodness. It's an absolute hero. And Inshaaa here very much secured the north. He's in a very secure position now, and AS has essentially given up trying to push back in until he builds up some more forces, which is going to be tough because now we have Rashitsa's moving in along with more AA. Sherman gets a huge pick off there. What a cheeky shot. Rashitsa takes out that T-70 easily. So finally gets rid of that defense there. Rashitsa now targeting the M8. It's dead, but that probably got killed by the 45 before anything ever happened. Kadarashi here about to go down to the converted gunners. Although he may pin him down first. One more shot. No, he decides to fall back. Doesn't take the chance. 50 cal pinning down these Roshiori very easily, of course. Roshiori pinning down the UK, the converted gunners, the US ones, excuse me. Still don't see any Nisei rifles or anything out of AS. He does decide to bring in some 75mm howitzers, probably to take out these Rashitsas or the AA. One of the two. The Rashid's is here. Rashid's is being so deadly that it is absolutely worth bringing in, like, 150, I'm assuming, points of artillery. M10 goes down. 120. M10 goes down to this other Rashid's, I would assume. JU-87 coming in, though, to kill that Sherman. That's another thing that 5th Cav has in spades is cluster bombers. It has 3 cards of cluster bombers. Two JU-87s? No, 1 JU-87 and an HE, whatever that is, 129. I think it's HE-129. Cluster as well. IR-37 flying over the center. Oh no, he's doing it. He's going for the deep strike onto the artillery. Oh no, there is some AA here on the M15. Oh, and he can't do it, and it's probably going to die now because of his little too cheeky. I thought he was going to make it. I got very excited. I love to see those kind of plays. They're punishing because it's punishing for the opponent not having enough AA. IR does get out, though, and survives. Very surprising. M4A1 now turning its attention to this 45 mil. Another cluster could be useful here, although this M15 in range to stop that. M8 Scott pushing forward. UK gunners, converted gunners, going to recapture this eventually. The leader here not enough to hold it by itself. But still at 15-9, that double tick continues to burn through AS's points in a hurry. Needs to at least get it back to a single tick. And remember, we do have the 50-man title. Oh, the M15 goes down to the Rashidza. AS was just moving it way too aggressively. I could have just set it up in, like, this position here, I guess. Right there would have been fine. Even, like, here on the hill. Losing that is a huge loss, though. God, these Rashidzas are so good. Can't wait for there to be more of them in the game. With the new DLC coming out, I hope sometime this year. But there's not much of this year left, so probably next year, let's be real with ourselves. To my overwhelming disappointment. Finally, AS, though, pushing it back to a 14-10 here. Picking up this northern flag. Alright. 45 mil. Goes down to the M8 Scott. Need to be shooting this, but of course it fires at whatever target has the higher armor. Rashidza, though, says that's enough and immediately wipes out that M8. Very nice. 60 mil mortar doing what it does. Gonna do some pinning. Oh, but it's missing. Those 75 mil howitzers trying to take out these Rashidzas. So important to kill those off because otherwise he like cannot move armor forward at all. His Shermans have absolutely no chance of beating those. Stook 3, Panther 2 Lukes, some machine guns moving in down south. It looks like Inshaaa developing for another poke down south to get over the river in another spot. He's holding the town okay, but getting reinforcements in there is now really challenging. The M4A1 taking some Rashidza fire again, but that one misses. So we'll get through. 59 again with this flag captured this time. And the converted gunner's getting forced back, although now this is getting re-grabbed here. Roscioli moving forward. Panther Trek caught out as well, but the Pianeti Calati doing all their beautiful damage with their TNT and stuff. And the flag once again captured up north. Back to that double tick. Back to a 14-10. My goodness. Just making me switch it back and forth, aren't they? And finally, we have back to the 15-9, at least for the time being. Until these guys want to make me say the wrong thing again. 75 mil howitzers continue to try to pin down these Rashidzas. Now we have the no, that's the M4. This is the HE version with 2K range. Nice bit of damage. These are very effective. Great spot for it there. Down south, we do see some the machine gun going down, and now all we have here is an M10 and soon to be no AA. Oh no! Oh, that's really bad for AS because the thing is, his armor is what's kind of holding Inshaaa at bay right now. And once he loses, then the JU-87 clusters and things come flying in and kill all his armor. Now it is 16-8 for Inshaaa, picking up both northern, all 3 northern flags, the town flag as well. Sheets up north, forced off, and because he had it like in the middle of this road, his reinforcements are in danger. There we go. That Roscioli's going to have to unload. Nisei rifles finally coming in. These are very strong infantry with bazookas, double LMGs. and of course the semi-automatic rifles of the American divisions. But now it looks like he's going to lose another flag down south here. We have a whole bunch of converted gunners coming in. Mitchell coming in to try to delete something. I assume the machine gun / Stug 3 here. But it looks like instead he's going after these Pianeti. Nice chunk of damage, but nothing crazy. IAR coming in. I'm not a huge fan of these in this deck, because I'm pretty sure they don't even have... Yeah, they have bad agility, bad resilience. You have the BF-109s and stuff that are much, much better. But still takes out that Mitchell. Big loss again for AS. Nothing really going his way here. Roscioli are going to lose because of the M4A1. You can just see how much... Oh, these things put down suppression so quickly. It's crazy. Maybe you are in position to stop these Nisei rifles, although the bazooka will absolutely tear that thing apart. 13-11 now. Kadarashi trying to pin some of these converted gunners down. Probably going to lose very quickly. Peony the Assault, though, throwing down some smoke, crossing the road, and these guys will absolutely just carve through these guys. With their disheartened trait, they will suppress extremely fast with a double flamer and the 8 Orita submachine guns. It's going to be an absolute slay here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, not a chance at all. But AS holding that 14-10. We're finally getting close to C-phase. JU-87 coming in, again, with none of that AA. All he has to rely on are 50 cals, and they are not effective enough. M4A1 finally goes down. That was really the only thing stopping the infantry up here from winning from 5th Cav. Big bomb. Something big exploded. Oh, the P-47 napalm. These things are incredibly dangerous. They do a ton of damage, and you can see... looks like he missed, but you can see the amount of napalm burn there. Also, it is a P-47 with 8, I believe. Yeah, 8 50 cals. Can put out a lot of damage. There's that JU-87. This is exactly what I talked about with the AA going down. He can now just fly in with these JU-87s and take out the armor support. P-47 might go down. Has to be careful. We do finally have some more AA support. JU-87 smoking. Probably will go down. We'll see. There it goes. Not a huge loss, though, for Inshaaa. You can still replace that. And he has at least one more, perhaps two. Applying pressure to this northern flag again to recapture and re-pick up his 15-9. Only 4 minutes left, even on the double tick here for AS. And we're finally into C phase. AS needs to turn it around and turn it around quick. And AS surrenders here. 4 minutes left on the clock and throws in the towel when he finally gets his full income. Guess he decided he just couldn't push through. 20 minutes and 15 seconds here for Inshaaa. Very nice play from him. 1,840 points versus 1,145 kills out of AS. So a definitive performance there by Inshaaa, taking this match 2-0. Nothing doing anything like incredible. Like no single unit blowing the top off of anything. And when you have these shorter games, a lot of times it's hard to find units that go above and beyond like that. But yeah, so great match to both these players. If you guys enjoyed that, please hit that like button, subscribe if you were that 50% who are not, and consider checking out the Patreon for all the cool perks and getting better at Steel Division 2. Thanks a bunch, guys, for reaching the end. You are fantastic, and have a fantastic day.